All right, fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media. My name is Judson Powell. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. All right, I got to jump right into this. I'm an empath. I hate it. I hate that I'm an empath. Look, messed up all of my meditation time and everything like that. And but anyway, what's been on my dome, like I can't get it out, is the whole thing about black folks not voting. I'm sorry, but that's what the ancestors have been talking to me about. I have had visitations from ancestors. All right. Let me just tell you this. We cannot do anything without the elders and the ancestors. The elders and the ancestors are really running the show. We're at an impasse right now. We're at a point, even with the Black Lives Matter movement and everything like that, we're at a point now where there can be significant change. The reason why there won't be significant change is because we got a whole bunch of hard-headed folks that's running around talking about not voting. I put a little thing on, we can go down the line, but I just been using John Lewis, who just passed, and went to the universe, and we can't honor, we're not honoring him by not voting. This man got his head busted open on the Edmund Pettus Bridge, a bridge named after a white supremacist, a slave owner, and he said his dying wish was to vote like we never voted before, like our life depended on it. That was his dying wish. When his spirit left out of his body, that's what he desired. So, I think we should honor him. I think we should change the name of the bridge, and I also think we should go and vote like we never voted before. And we got to start taking race out of this thing. That's why I keep telling y'all about universal law. The universal law of oneness, the universal law of love, all of these things have to come into play. If they don't come into play, then we're no better than they are. And one of the things that Amenemhotep wrote, the writer, the true writer of the Proverbs, one of the things that he wrote was, don't envy your oppressor and take none of their ways. Now, as far as I know, and if I'm wrong, then write me. I know write me anyway. But if I'm wrong about this, then let me know. But I don't think I am. Now, all of y'all's logic is flawed. First of all, this ain't our system. That's a lie. The system was created. The system is a Moorish system created by black folks who civilized the entire world. Not just Caucasians. They civilized the entire world. But we reject them. There are black folks running around talking about they ain't Moors. Look, you are a Moor. You are also either from Kush, Kemet, or Ethiopia. You are an African. No matter where you wound up on the globe, it was your ancestors that developed the way to travel from Africa to whatever continent or whatever land you ended up on. If you have melanin in your skin, once again, then you are an African or from Alkebulan. But I say Africa so everybody will get the meaning and know what I'm saying. All right. The United States system of government is not a white system of government. How do you think all of those representative democracies have existed for thousands of years before the United States ever came about? They went to a Moor, John Hanson, to run the Continental Congress, which wrote the Constitution. The people that the white folks that you so-called hate and everything like that, they're the ones that changed the language to the 3/5 and all that. But those were business decisions. Why? For taxation purposes. Because slaves were property. So since slaves were property, they had to have a way to tax slaves and also to degrade us. I'm not gonna discount that. It was also to degrade us. But you have to realize this is your system. This system was created by your ancestors. There is a book. Go get the book. Black people invented everything. Don't think that this system belongs to someone else, because it does not. It belongs to you and your ancestors. Your ancestors' blood flows through your veins. The life force is in the blood. Life. So stop with all this flawed logic. It's all flawed. This is not the white man's system. It's your system. All they did was control the system at the end of a whip and at the end of a gun. That's all they did. And with shackles. And then they threw a false religion. They threw Jesus in there on y'all so that they could keep you at bay and keep you docile and tamed. Oh, if you do this, Jesus is gonna get you. If you don't do it this way, Jesus is gonna get you. Be a good slave to your master. Don't call another man father. All of those things were designed to keep you in check. All right? And I mean, I'm coming. This is coming straight from the prayer and meditation line. It ain't coming from me. So remember, it's your system. What you have to do is you have to take it back. I posted on Facebook, Brother Jesse Jackson, an elder, even though y'all disrespect him all the time and stuff like that. But the one thing that he said was, we've never lost a fight. The only fight that we've ever lost is the ones we didn't fight. Y'all learned they told us we couldn't play baseball, and then we ended up being the best baseball players. Why? Because we got in the game. They told us we couldn't play basketball and football. Same result. They told us we weren't good enough to be doctors, but we ended up what? Becoming the best doctors. Dr. Charles Drew, Dr. Ernest Everett Just, look them up. Black people. They told us we weren't smart enough to do certain things. We weren't smart enough to be accountants. We weren't smart enough to be lawyers. We weren't smart enough to be engineers. But we invented everything. Those are disciplines that our ancestors created. So how come we can't play the political game? There's not the strategy that y'all have, not voting, that's a flawed strategy. It's a powerless strategy. So if I come to you and I say, hey, I want you to do X, Y, and Z for me, but I'm not going to do nothing for you. I'm not going to vote, but then I come in your office, but if, and I ask you for something, what you going to do? What am I going to give you? Probably nothing, which is exactly what we're going to get by not voting. Nothing. And there are lesser of two evils, whether or not they both the same. They both the same. No, they are not both the same. They're two different individuals. Both flawed. All of us are flawed. I'm flawed. You're flawed. But some people have worse flaws than others. Trust and believe it. Trump is far worse flawed even than Hillary was. Hey, but y'all decided we're going to hate on Hillary. We're not going to vote. You didn't vote. 500,000 unregistered black voters in Atlanta, Georgia. If all 500,000 of those black voters registered and voted, the governor of Georgia right now would be Stacey Abrams. That's how much power you have. But you don't vote. Barack Obama in 2009, when the midterm elections came up, because it wasn't the presidential election, y'all didn't vote. So guess what happened? The Republicans flipped the Senate back over to them. And guess what? From that point on, Barack Obama had no power. He couldn't even nominate a Supreme Court justice. Y'all don't realize it's important. All of this stuff is important. Now, the chances are is that the Supreme Court will be Republican. And let me tell you the difference between, and y'all always talking about the Republicans and the Democrats ain't no different. That's a lie. Don't believe that's a lie from, like y'all say in the church, it's a lie from the pit of hell. All right? Conservative Republicans are white nationalists. There's a difference between a white supremacist and a white nationalist. A white nationalist is a person that believes that the United States should only be for white people. Only believes that, and most people that are white, they're not as many white supremacists as there are white nationalists. Because there's a lot of people that don't believe in any supremacy at all, like me. White, black, green, yellow, certain people, they just don't, you do what you can do. The people in India and Pakistan, where Kamala Harris is from, those are black people, whether y'all want to believe it or not. They came from Africa. They migrated there. They ended up there. But if you put a picture of Kamala Harris next to a picture of, just like you see her class pictures and all that kind of stuff, she don't look no different from no other little black girl anywhere. She's like she could be my daughter. Trust and believe it. So stop acting like the system is not yours. The system is yours. The game is yours. Even I'll go to something that I know y'all love, Black Panther. Y'all remember in Black Panther when they had the council and everybody is sitting there and the king is there and da, right? What do you think that was? That was representative democracy. Each tribe had a representative, right? Everybody was sitting there. They talked it out. All right? And I'm not saying that, but look at what's going on. It was a representative democracy. Just like we got. John Hanson Moore created this democracy, a black man, not those white boys. Those white boys just stole what he said and kicked him out. Sounds like a familiar thing, right? We've never lost a game that we played or that we learned how to play. Y'all got to play the game. If y'all not participatory, then y'all never going to get nothing. Not in this system. And it's a black man system. Trust me, trust and believe, the Moors rigged it so that we could win eventually. If you know anything about the Moorish code, go and study Noble Drew Ali and study Elijah Muhammad. If you realize what they did, they were brilliant. And don't look at them from their religion and all that kind of stuff. Look at it from their knowledge and their wisdom. And that's what y'all don't do. Y'all don't study. We live in a meme. We living in a meme society. Y'all believe anything that goes over that internet because y'all don't study. Y'all believe everything that goes over the internet because y'all don't study. And I challenge you, go back and study what I'm saying. I want you to. When I was pastoring a church, I did the same thing. They don't believe what I say. That's why the bishops didn't like me. The council of bishops, they sat me down many times because of what? Because I told people, hey, check everybody. Check everything. Don't take anything at face value. Check it. And that's just in my nature. That's my nature. And the system is ours. Even the groundwork, the spiritual groundwork for the country is actually Washington, D.C. That layout, that Benjamin Banneker L, the Moore laid out, that's why they so successful. Y'all think all of that stuff, the obelisk and all that stuff is just where it is? You think all that stuff is just there by mistake? And then we built that. Why don't we deserve anything here when we built this bad boy? And then when the last Bush was president, they found documents hidden in the walls when they were remodeling about insurance that they got because they slaves built the White House, and for years they tried to say that wasn't true, and now they can't. And they never made an official apology for slavery or anything like that. So you can take back power. And the other thing is, and the last fallacy that they've gotten you to believe is that you are a minority. Black people make up the majority of people here and entire face of the earth. Believe it. Fastest 15 minutes is up. My name is Judson Powell. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I love you, and vote. Vote like you never voted before.